For a long time, I thought crying meant I was weak. That if I were to let it out, it meant that I couldn't hold myself together. But after time and lots of crying, I've begun to realize that crying doesn't make you weak. It's just the way that your body reacts to letting go of something that you can't really describe in words. So, I'm gonna just share a personal experience, right? About a year ago, I cried real bad. Like, genuinely, it was quite bad, I can't lie. So, what happened was that I was gonna visit a old place that I haven't been to in a really long time. This place was like an office that my dad used to like manage at. And for most of my childhood, I would spend damn near every day in that office. And I would always like be there, hang sometimes my friends would come and we hang out there, right? It's super fun, but then coming back to it, it hit so differently. It's like I would relive every single moment I had there, all those memories I had, myself, with my friends, with my family, all of that. I would relive it, and I remember by the end of my time there, I really just broke down crying because I feel like I took that time of my life so much for granted. Like I didn't appreciate it fully, that I should have enjoyed it more and that it's never gonna come back. Now, I like to discuss when people would identify crying as a sign of being weak. And honestly, I feel like that's just not true. In my opinion, at least, society has always built up this expectation, especially for men or guys, that you shouldn't cry. Crying is a sign of weakness, and you shouldn't be doing that. They should bottle up your emotions, and well, it's not a big deal. To me, that's just so wrong, right? Just because you were born with a certain gender just means your feelings don't mean anything, your opinions don't mean anything, your emotions don't mean anything. Like you can't even express how you truly feel just because you were born like that. You're supposed to be like that. I feel like that's just not right. I also grew up with that expectation from, well, my father, and I never agreed with that. Not then, not now. I don't really remember that many instances of me like genuinely crying like really bad, like to the point it's like a mental breakdown type of thing. But from what I know, it's like it really clears those emotions, those feelings, you know? It really just dumps it all out, like all at once. With all those tears, all those thoughts, maybe even saying them out loud. Like, I feel like that really just releases all of it. Of course, I will probably still be hurting even after, but it's like a short term solution. Well, I mean, I don't think crying is a solution, but I'm just saying, like, crying does help you feel better, I guess, by letting it all out. And, well, I mean, it even makes me, like, breathe better because, when you cry, your your snot will come out, and afterwards, like, oh, my nose is so clean. To anyone who is feeling that it's wrong to cry or feel ashamed that they cry, honestly, like, it's fine. To me, there isn't anything wrong with crying because it really just shows how much something mattered to you, how much something meant to you, right? And it's fine to let out the pain, to let out how much you're hurt, to express it too. It's really fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine to be emotional sometimes. It's fine to Let your feelings out. It's nothing wrong. And you shouldn't be ashamed of it. Really, you shouldn't. There isn't anything that will come out of being ashamed of crying. It will just make you feel worse when you are. But of course, yeah, I'd say it's best that you just try to avoid crying, because those moments are really hard. And I wouldn't wish upon that pain to anyone. To me, there's something beautiful about crying, because it shows how much something mattered to you, how much you care, or how much you cared, right? And part of that makes it beautiful that you're hurting. Well, of course, it's not fun to experience yourself because, well, yeah, who wants to be in pain? Pain is not nice. No one wants to be in pain. But pain helps you grow too. Pain is something you can learn from. And I feel like after I cry, usually, is I have this big self reflection moment where I just think much more clearly. Things make more sense, and maybe I even know what's the right path forward. Now, I feel like that's enough for me today. I feel like maybe I've said enough for tonight, but I'd like to say one last thing, as usual. Crying doesn't mean that you're broken. It just means something mattered so much to you that you had to express it in a way that didn't involve words. And maybe that doesn't mean you're weak, but maybe that's just proof that you are human and you have emotions that are real. Thank you for watching.